because we wanted to know what are the difficulties during COVID, whether we can conduct a program of blood donation or not. That's why we wanted to conduct an interactive session with all the program officers and team leaders. That's why the session has been kept with a very short notice. And I'm very happy that we are having our NSS chairman, Dr. Shyam Prasad sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Dr. NTR Health University, which has been graced by the sir itself, and the sir is going to talk a few things about the blood donation day. And I hope now we can start the program. I request Blessy to take over the program and start the program. Thank you.
Good evening to all the dignitaries, program officers, students, everyone present here. Therefore, increase in knowledge about blood donation may help in reducing death rates. So, NSS cell of NTR UHS has taken this initiative in conducting the training session as part of the raising awareness to important that donating blood means to health industry. Myself, Hadassa Vardhani, NSS volunteer of Dr. NTR UHS, studying first BDS in Sipad Institute of Dental Sciences. Good day. Welcome you on behalf of NSS Cell Program. Every year on June 14, organizations around the globe celebrate World Blood Donor Day. Donating blood is not just for the sole purpose of transfusion. It has many other benefits for health industry. World Blood Donor Day is extremely important awareness day. The day also serves as a thank to all those who regularly contribute their life-saving gift, that is blood. There's always a need for more blood donations. WHO is working out to ensure that in the near future, blood donation all over the world will be entirely unpaid and voluntary. Let's all work towards that. Now, I am pleased, I take it a privilege to welcome Dr. Vivekananda Garu, NSS Program Coordinator of Dr. NTR UHS, Andhra Pradesh. Welcome you, sir. Now,
thank you.
Invite Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Shyam Prasad Garu. Welcome you, sir. Welcome you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now I please hold on to the Vivekananda. Take on it.
Thank you very much for your kind words. Indeed, it's a pleasure because we do conduct a lot of programs during COVID, offline and online. And it is at most my honor because as an NSS University coordinator, I am leading a role of a postman basically, because ours is an administrative university. Whatever the messages comes from central government, state government, and university authorities. So I supposed to hand it over to our fellow NSS officers and fellow NSS volunteers so that they can benefit out of that, and in turn the society has to benefit. And today also, once again, I am doing the same business here as a postman. I am going to deliver some things which has been going to be passed on from our side to the public, or it may be where we are going to have adopted villages and where we are going to educate our fellows or colleagues, or it may be juniors or seniors. In this program, first of all, I welcome our Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir and all the NSS volunteers, NSS program officers of various units. So once again, welcome you all. On this day, just I want to brief you about the need of blood because the world needs enough safe blood for everyone indeed. And every few seconds, someone or somewhere they need a blood. The need of blood is a constant one, and patients needs your help every time because blood is a health emergency like a pandemic. And saving life is amazing. Give life and give blood. Regular blood donations are needed all over the world to ensure individuals and communities have access to safe and quality assured blood and blood products. Everyone who can donate blood should consider making regular voluntary and unpaid donations so that all countries have adequate blood supplies. Ensuring the safety and well-being of blood donors is critical. It also helps to build a commitment to regular donations. Access to safe blood and blood products is essential for universal health coverage and a key component for effective health system. Blood and blood products are essential because women with a pregnancy and childbirth are going to be associated with bleeding, children with a severe anemia due to malaria and malnutrition, patients with blood and blood marrow disorders, inherited disorders of hemoglobin, immune deficiency conditions where they require blood, people with traumatic injuries in emergencies, disasters and accidents, and patients undergoing advanced medical and surgical procedures, definitely they require blood. The need for blood and blood product is universal, but access to safe blood and blood products varies greatly across within the countries. In many countries, it is challenging for blood services to make sufficient blood and blood products available while also ensuring the quality and safety, because blood-borne diseases sometimes they may transfer through blood donations. Governments, national health authorities, and national blood services are working together to ensure the system's infrastructure to increase the collection of blood voluntarily on regular unpaid services from the donors. Establish and strengthen the quality and assurance system for blood and blood products to ensure safe and blood products. And provide a quality of the donor care, because after giving a blood, we should not tell, okay, it's done, you go with one apple. It is not like that. We're supposed to take care of the blood donor also. It's very important. Promote and implement appropriate clinical use of blood and oversee the whole chain of blood transfusion. This is how the blood donation and blood donor care should be taken, so that we are going to ensure everybody's health and everybody's life. Even if you pay, it is very difficult to get the blood. Instead, someone gives you the blood. That's why blood donation is one of the important life-saving work what you can do as a healthy volunteer. If your blood is required and if you are eligible to donate the blood, certainly you can donate. I have donated the blood last 2 years continuously. So every year, if you donate the blood, definitely the bone marrow is going to develop the blood and you are not going to become a weaken. Okay. So with this, I once again welcome you all with this small welcome address. Over to Blessy. Thank you. Blessy, you are unmuted. You can speak.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Sir Vice Chancellor, Sir Dr. Shyam Prasad Garu, to inaugurate few words about this blood donating day, World Blood Donor Day.
Thank you. Dear Dr. Vivek, the NSS volunteers, coordinators, officers, students, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. When myself joining with you celebration of Blood Donors Day on 14th June. This is actually by Lance Steiner, who discovered A, AB, O, A and B, the blood groups. In his birthday, the people have coined this one World Blood Donors Day on 14th, and the regular donors we celebrate internationally on October 10th. The main things will go ahead one by one with blood transfusion. The theme of blood transfusion or blood bank, in fact, the blood bank was associated with pathology. Most of the times it is associated with a single group. For last 10 years, it changed its name as transfusion medicine. The entire country, they have started transfusion medicine specialty utilization in the medical colleges and other ways. They have already started MD transfusion medicine directly after your MBBS course. So regularly we follow my father, my family, next my teachers, and regarding this, they celebrate World Blood Donors Day on 14th June, 2 days later. And how do you just care about a blood transfusion. We will just define what is blood transfusion, the purpose, the various indication, contraindication, blood products, various side effects that do happen, and come back. Next is blood transfusion. By definition, it is transfusion of whole blood or its component, such as blood cells or plasma fraction, one person to another person. Reaches the patient's blood vessel and enters into a circulatory system. The main purpose of it is it restores the blood volume, replaces the clotting factors, it improves the oxygen carrying capacity, restores the blood elements that are depleted. It prevents complications to raise the hemoglobin level to provide antibodies. Blood products. Blood is the life maintaining fluid that circulates throughout the body. The components of blood which are collected from a donor for use in blood transfusion. Most commonly, blood product for transfusion used in increased oxygen carrying capacity of the blood. If decreases, it shows as anemia, and it helps the body gel rid of carbon dioxide and waste products. 1 unit of packed RBC raises 2 to 3% of hematocrit. Fresh frozen plasma, plasma so-called, is the liquid component of blood. It has proteins called clotting factors. It expands blood volume and provides clotting factors. It contains no RBC. 1 unit of FFP increases the level of clotting factors by 2 to 3%. This it looked like fresh frozen plasma in the blood bank. Next, come back with platelets. Platelets are also called thrombocytes, tiny cell structures necessary in blood clotting factors. Replaces the platelets in clients with bleeding disorders. Platelet deficiencies. 1 unit increases the average adult client platelets count by about 5,000 platelets per microliter. This do happen like this. The whole blood not commonly used except for extreme cases of acute hemorrhage. It replaces the blood volume and blood products. Whole blood is looking like that, whereas formed elements on one side, plasma on one side. What are the indications of blood transfusion? This classically we describe either in surgery, medicine, or very early in the life. The first and foremost, a massive blood loss, where it occurs normally in road traffic accidents or polytrauma. There is a head injury, multiple fractures, and each fracture, major bone, costs you 500 to 1000 ml of blood loss. If blood loss is more than 25% of blood volume, that is 5 liters, it causes definitely a shock-like syndrome. It's called allegemic shock that requires immediate blood replacement. Next is different types of anemia. There is chronic anemias. Different types of anemia. One is iron deficiency anemia, macrocytic anemia, and chronic anemias. Next important, hemophilic disorders. Hemophilia is a factor deficiency of 8 and various clot factor deficiencies. This will result in anemia again, and this will bleed again. They will require the factor 8 exactly. Various cancers in the body, they should start with an anemia. Later a stage will come cancer. All cancer patients are anemic by requiring either whole blood or factors. And for example, the next is surgeries, pre-operative preparation. Already India is a country where most of the people are anemic. Basically, they are around 8 and 9, and they will not reach to a normal quality of 12 gram percentage. And if they are succumbed to disease like surgeries, for example, carcinoma stomach, where will be a total gastrectomy, total mastectomy, carcinoma breast, like that, they require 1 or 2 units of blood during surgery. And contraindications, basically we don't give any unstable hypertensions, infections or risks of bacterium, aortic stenosis, angina, cardiac pulmonary disease, heart disorders, cyanotic heart disease, coronary artery disease, like that. The common infections spread by transfusions are hepatitis B and C, HIV 1 and 2, syphilis, retrovirus virus, and malaria. For them, we all do what's called screening tests like this. So you screen for all 5 diseases and free from them. Take a proper history from a donor and exclude from per level. Blood carries the following body tissues. Blood and along with nourishment, electrolytes, hormones, vitamins, antibodies, heat, oxygen. Blood carries the following way from body tissue: waste material, carbon dioxide. The blood grouping already I told you, Lance Trainer has identified the so-called A, B, type AB and O. O is the commonest universal donor, where AB is universal recipient, AB and O. And each red blood membrane antigen is called RH antigen, is called RH factor. 85% factors are positive and only 15% are negative, RH negative. General instruction for giving a blood transfusion. But donor, how do you take? Donor is selected. Donor shall be free of any disease, no history of any diseases. Especially patient should not donate blood within previous 90 days because the life cycle of an RBC usually about 120 days. They cannot donate even in an emergency situation, second blood donation within that period. They should be physically healthy. They should be between 18 to 65 years. The donor should be around 18 to 65 years. Donor must have a normal temperature, pulse rate, respiratory rate, and blood pressure. They must not be pregnant within 6 months of life. Their hemoglobin level must be about 12 grams percentage. The donors are disqualified who have a history of recent dental surgery or a major surgery, recipient blood or blood components, immunization, vaccinations, use of narcotics. Before blood transfusion, the ABO grouping and RH typing is done. With the recipient, blood should be done, and they do it properly. A second withdrawal of blood. The donors are disqualified who has a history of recent dental surgery and major surgery. Before blood transfusion, other things are done, and go with explain the procedure to the donor and reassure him or confidence of cooperation. Blood should not be collected to the empty stomach. Patient should have either a good breakfast or a good lunch, and they will do it. Before donor is allowed to leave the hospital, his pulse rate should be questioned as to have any giddiness. The second withdrawal of blood should not be made until the blood volume constitutes have become normal. That's usually 3 months. How do you collection, storage, and transportation? Each donor has labeled as very clearly what is the name of the patient, name of the donor, donor's number, ABV grouping, RH typing, date of drawing blood is very important. Date of expiry. Results test for hepatitis and syphilis also mentioned in some places. The donor blood sorry friends, there is some hanging.
Sir,
Okay.
yeah, sorry, just you can close that. Otherwise, you can click resume slideshow.
No problem.
Yes, resume slideshow. It will automatically resume, sir. Yes.
అక్కడ వరకు వెళ్ళిపో Last slide. Safety measures, what we use for COVID. This is COVID pandemic and a lot of doubts are about transfusion. And recently you have seen articles because most of the people, because of fear not donating blood. Blood is a gift, God's gift. You may not have money and everything in the things, but donating a blood is very good habit for medical students, dental students, nursing personnel, and in general, any common man. It is your social responsibility to feel. And because in this country, in Bharat, we are only 1% of people are voluntary donors, where in Western countries, they motivated so much. They have more than 10% of the population are they are blood donors. They have understood well, they are doing. We have still have some other thing, feel that if you donate a blood, you become weak. You become so many other reasons. You will catch some blood. This is not so. When you are giving the blood letting down is a type of therapy in hypertension. So when the people are more prone for hypertension, donate blood. Don't be anxious. We are here to support. And once you give a blood, take 3 months time to give you blood again. It's very, very important. When you are part of this great movement of blood donation, the people will appreciate you. The entire Red Cross is going ahead. And we too, as a medical superintendent at Geeta Medical College, we have conducted so many things. About 2 years within 5 days, we collected more than 1100 samples of blood in 5 blood banks come together in a small university like Geetama University. We are very big university, about 300. We can do this procedure anytime. Anybody should get ready to do it, especially the rare blood groups like AB and O negative. These are the people they should not donate anytime. Keep quiet. People will ask you because you register for your transfusion at any time. And what are the safety measures being taken here? In order to ensure a safe, controlled donation environment, social distancing guidelines and additional cleaning protocols are in effect at all donation sites. We ask blood donors and staff to stay home if they are not feeling well. We are asking donors to schedule appointments ahead of time rather than walking directly into donates facing the donor beds and monitoring social distancing and waiting areas. Hand sanitizers and disinfecting wipes are also should be available in all locations. All donors and staff are required to wear a face mask or covering, and donors are asked to bring masks to their appointment. If donors do not have a face covering, we will provide a disposable face mask for them to use during their donation. How to determine if the people are eligible to donate blood? We ask if you are feeling healthy and well on the day of donation. Our health questionnaire laboratory screening are designed to identify donors who may be at risk for transfusion transmitted infections. In addition, our standard mini physical prior to each donation could include taking the donor's temperature to prevent donation from individuals showing any symptoms of any illness. Can I donate COVID-19 after donating blood? Can I catch COVID-19 after donating blood? No, it's not at all. You are in a situation where people are congregating, but blood donation camps will not give you any COVID-19 voluntarily, and you may not catch COVID-19. Can I donate blood if I'm traveled recently? We currently ask each donor about recent travel to the regions where there's a higher risk for transmission of transmitted infections. We already said about malaria and other disorders. FDA has not established in the same kind of requirement for coronavirus since it is not known to be transmitted by blood. However, individuals who are told by public health officials to self-quarantine due to travel-related coronavirus exposure should not donate blood while they are in the quarantine status. This is for the protection of our staff and other blood donors. Will we run out of the blood? Yes, it is important for healthy donors to donate now to build up our reserves now so that we have enough blood available to withstand any temporary shortage of in India or in our country or locally and help them in need. Are face masks being worn by donors and donor center staff? Yes. Although we make sure individuals are not sick when they come to work or come to donate, we will know that individual can transmit the virus to other even when they are not sick. They are asymptomatic places. Take care in provide yourself having a mask, sanitizer regularly, physical distance of at least 2 feet. Do I need a wear? Thank you very much, friends, for patient hearing. Over to Dr. Vivek.
Sir, thank you very much, sir. At the outset, I am very much indeed happy because many of the volunteers and even we are having principals of the colleges. Few principals are there and NSS program officer also there who are actively listening to you people. Now the session is open for interaction. So you can raise your hands, otherwise I can unmute you people if you are having any questions and doubts, because this is an interactive session which is basically meant for interaction with the program officers, heads of the institute and volunteers. If you have any misbeliefs or myths associated with COVID-19 and blood donation. Second is on June 14th, we're supposed to conduct a World Blood Donor Day. And if you are having any difficulties in conducting programs, then you can ask us questions. As an NSS University Authority, I can answer a few questions. And as a resource person, our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, also can answer few questions. So the session is open to you people. I request if anybody is going to ask, you can just raise your hand so that I can unmute. I am unmuting everybody, but if it will be very difficult, because if everybody talks continuously, then we will be unable to make the session successful. So if you could able to raise your hands, I'll be very happy. I can unmute the participants. Thank you very much. Niharika, I hope I can give the Niharika. She can look after the unmuting. If anybody is going, otherwise you can put the in the chat box. You can put the questions. So Niharika Haldar is there. She is going to be the co-host, so she can unmute some people. So I am very happy that lot of program officers also have joined. I can able to see more than 157 people are there in the session. So thank you very much once again. Over to Blessy. Blessy and Niharika, you can have a discussion to be continued. And small information, we do have a feedback form which contains a certificate. So once if you fill the feedback form, automatically you will receive a feedback form in your email along with a certificate of attendance. And you're supposed to take a print and you need to write your name. Thank you very much for everybody for attending this session. The session is open for discussion for half an hour. So I request all the program officers and NSS team leaders, they can question us. Thank you very much. If there are no questions, then I have a few instructions for you people to follow during the World Blood Donors Day program. Already the circular has been sent to all the colleges who are having the NSS units. So because of COVID lockdown, I understand the students are not available, but you can make some of the competitions, essay competitions, allocation competitions, and even you can conduct some of the online programs for the volunteers for understanding blood donation program. So those things can be done. I request all the program officers to conduct programs in a befitting manner, and they can forward the report so that I can forward it to the ministry, Government of India and state government, so that they will appreciate your efforts towards COVID-19 combat and even blood donation. So thank you very much. This is a very brief instruction which I wanted to give to all of you people. Now the session is open for everybody. I request if anybody is having any doubts, I am very happy to answer few of the things.
నేను మాట్లాడలేదు వాళ్ళు మాట్లాడుతారు.
Actually, I have
double
unmute yourself. Now you have been unmuted, so you can mute yourself. Otherwise, just you can raise your hand so that our volunteers are going to help you to unmute and you can ask the questions. So there is a one question from some volunteer: how to join NSS? Avinash, you can join the NSS through your college. If you are having the NSS unit in your college, you please approach to your NSS program officer, and you do have a NSS NTR Health University website where you can go ahead and you can fill your form online, and that name will be once again sent back to your college, respective college, and where they will endorse, and you will be made a NSS volunteer in the NTR Health University. Thank you very much. I hope if no questions, anybody can have a discussion. There are lot many program officers who are there. If you have any difficulties arranging the programs, I am placing the feedback form in the chat box. Niharika, you can moderate the session. If you have any questions, yourself or Hadasa, Blessy, you can have some questions with us, sir. Meanwhile, if nobody is there, then we can close the session by giving the feedback form. Any questions? Because as a student, you can ask questions. You are welcome to ask the questions.
Sir, if a person is affected with COVID recently, then will he or she be eligible for blood donation, sir? What if they are asymptomatic carriers, sir? Like we won't know.
Yes. See, there is a guideline by WHO and even CDC. The CDC has given a guideline up till 3 months. And the patient is not going to have a report with a negative report, RT-PCR. And if he is not healthy, we are not going to take the blood for minimum 3 months. That is a CDC guideline, what already Vice Chancellor sir has been informed. So till 3 months they need to wait because there may be a physical weakness. Along with the physical weakness, there may be some inoculation of the viral organisms or otherwise superadded infections will be there. That's why CDC recommends for 3 months time for blood donation.
Sir, what about asymptomatic carriers, sir?
See, yet asymptomatic carriers also we are going to take RT-PCR. If the RT-PCR is negative, still if they are having the symptoms, we have seen many instances where we have done some studies. The patients will be negative for RT-PCR, but they are having the symptoms. In those conditions, we have to wait for 3 months time until the last active symptom. After that, they can go to the blood donation.
If you are like facing, so they're so frightened because some cases are there after getting the blood transferred into themselves. Some got affected with HIV. So some fear regarding transfusions like this.
Actually, your question is valid. Usually, whenever they are going to take the blood, they will be checked for all viral markers. After checking up for viral markers, then only they will be eligible for donating the blood. Until then, they will not take the blood. And even they will go for a cross matching. And before cross matching, all the viral markers will be negative. Then only the donor or a volunteer will be eligible for donation of the blood. Otherwise, the blood will not be taken. We are having Krishna Prasad sir from Dean of Sibar Institute of Dental Sciences in the audience. Sir, I request if you have any queries, you can ask sir. Vice Chancellor sir is there with us.
Good evening, sir. Honorable Vice Chancellor sir, nice to hear your lecture.
Thank you.
It's a really good program doing, but the thing is, of course, most of our colleges, most of the students, NSS volunteers especially, they are actively participating in the blood donation programs last so many years throughout our state under the leadership of the NSS wing of the NTR University of Health Sciences. But today, this time, because of pandemic issue and the lockdown issue, and the students are all at home, there may be little, disturbance for the routine blood donation program of on this occasion. So at least once they will come back to the institutions after the instructions from the university, we will definitely conduct this program in an active way, sir. And definitely thanks and congratulations to the Dr. Vivek also, program officer of the NTR University of Health Sciences, for conducting this program, and of course many programs, and thanks to the university also for taking up this initiative, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, LKP.
Thank you, sir.
We celebrate after some time later too.
Yes,
Doesn't
sir.
matter, because in the past I have donated around 83 times.
Oh, 83 times. So
I never reveal anything. It is in my biodata. Why? Because we are interested in it. You need not spend a pie on that. Every 3 months I used to donate till my 65th birthday.
yes, sir. Very
After
good,
that,
sir.
I'm
It's good.
ineligible now.
It's a definitely good motivation to all of us, sir, and students
Yes,
also
sir.
especially.
We will take all
83 times
students
means
with
almost
us.
very good, very good number. Every year once
Very
and
good.
almost like.
We have a big association at Andhra Medical College at
Okay,
regular
okay.
intervals from
Okay.
it is 85 onwards. We have a
Oh,
regular, at that
yeah.
time there is no computer. We have a
Yes.
bounding books, O group,
Yes.
enter your name, etc.
Yes, sir.
Pager at that time very initially. Later after 95 we have telephones. We bring
Okay.
back from the hospital, donate the blood. We'll go for
Okay.
surgery. At that time, the blood donation is very vital at that time. Nobody donates at that time. Nowadays,
Yes, sir.
people are donating. We encourage the volunteers, the good donors. Blood is very must, and the population itself should raise. You should encourage the people to serve the society by donating blood regularly. You need not tell them only on the blood donation day or somewhere on October 10th, like that. There's no event. Make them happy by giving blood on their birthday or some ceremony day for their father, mother, somebody. You remember everything. You are
Yes, sir.
giving-
Sir.
This
That's a
is
really
something
memorable
God's
occasion
gift.
also. Yes.
Yeah, it's an occasion also.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you very much, sir, for your feedback and
Thank you,
your
Vivek.
wishes.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All the participants, we have put a feedback form. So those people who will fill the feedback form, you are going to receive the attendance certificate in your mailbox immediately. This time we have made some changes to the feedback form, and we'll be very happy to receive feedback form. And soon you feel you are going to get the feedback form along with the certificate. And I request all the NSS volunteers who have joined, you take the print of the certificate. Take the certificate of the print, and you please do take the signature of your program officer so that it will be more valid. Because my signature will be there from the university as an NSS coordinator. If you could able to take your program officer, it will be good because you will have 2 signatures for validation. Thank you very much. I hope one more question is there from Mehraj. Alcoholic individual can donate the blood. Sir, there is one question like alcoholics can donate the blood. Alcoholics can donate the blood, but they are supposed to have a hemoglobin percentage required for blood donation. There is a criteria for blood donation. They should have a adequate hemoglobin content. Then the blood donor is eligible. Number one. Second is the weight. And number three, no infections. If these three conditions are going to be met, then definitely they can donate the blood. There is no harm to donate the blood.
Sir, girls, how good it is for the girls to donate blood.
Yeah.
Much regular we can. Sir told that sir will for every 3 months, and it is good for and for girls. How
Doesn't
much?
matter, madam. The thing is here, I show you because there are a lot of people, especially the woman girls or a woman, they are coming forward donating blood. Especially my daughter, my wife donated. Next is most of the medicos, they are interested really. We become friends only on a blood donation program. If they have an apt of why we are feared is, first we prefer male individual whose hemoglobin is less, more than 12 grams percentage. If it is any woman having same structure, 12 grams percentage with all menstrual loss of blood, there is a possibility that they go for anemia. That's the only reason. Otherwise, no, nothing. Everybody is equal. Men or women are equal in blood donation program.
But actually, there are some false accusations like they lose blood.
No,
Mostly.
then nothing
Don't
like that.
prefer to
Nothing
donate.
like that.
Thank you,
Donate,
sir.
donate
Thank you.
blood. Then you will be very happy. And you have a next time also. 3 to 6 months time you donate blood. Then you are regular donor. Because your blood, every drop of blood is very precious. And donate to usually to a government hospital, not go to any private sector. We don't believe in private sector, but government definitely. I worked as a government man for last 40 years. We have seen them working hard. A poor man will come to government only. So in this situation, your blood, every drop of your blood is useful to a common man. Okay, go ahead, Niharika.
Thank you very much, sir. Yes, Niharika, please.
Anything else?
No, sir, not a question, sir. Just thanking
Okay,
sir
come
for clearing the doubt, sir. Because a lot of girls, they have this misconception regarding donating the blood, sir. But
What are your misconceptions?
not
Tell
my
us.
misconception, sir. Like as Blessy has cleared that how many times the women should come forward and donate the blood. But as you have clearly told, sir, that there is no differentiation between the men and women.
Yes,
We all can
yes.
come together forward.
If you're a
And,
normal individual, we have some
Yes.
criteria we have not mentioned. It's a small talk. Next time we'll tell you 1 hour program, how we select the people, what are the criteria. And I told you one wonderful, saying that your hemoglobin should be 12, your blood pressure should be normal, pulse rate should be normal, normal respiratory rate, weight should be normal for your age. Like that we'll carry down. If any small mistake cause a lot of problems. That's why we separate them. But a low weight, so 30 kgs weight, we don't want to take it. You are at least minimum 40, 45. Ages are between 18 years to 65 years. Age groups are also important. But there's no sex discrimination. If you have apt evidence of hemoglobin 12 gram percentage, no other diseases for you, will take. Doesn't matter.
thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Welcome.
I request all the participants, you can switch on your camera. We can have one photograph because it is under record. Once if you are going to switch on, we can say a vote of thanks and vote to Blessy. I request those people who are on the screen, at least first screen, because there are more than 150 people. We cannot see 150, but at least it will be on record because it will be uploaded to Dr. NTR Health University NSS YouTube educational channel. So many people will be observing. So I request everybody to switch on the camera so that we can see all of you people, and you'll be very happy to tell your friends, yes, we have
photo
And in the feedback form, you are getting certificates. This program onwards, we are going to give the certificates during the feedback. Once if you fill the feedback, then certainly you will receive a feedback form along with the certificate. I request everybody to switch on the camera so that I can see all of you people, you are safe and staying at home or staying at the hospital or staying in the hostel. So thank you once again. Over to Blessy. I request remaining people also, please switch on the cameras. I can able to see all the colorful faces on this occasion.
And I wore red as a symbol of blood.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, Shyam Prasad, sir, for such an informative information and clearing all our doubts regarding COVID, post-COVID, and all the asymptomatic. And mostly women have such illusions like every month we lose blood and we won't donate. Thank you, sir, for clearing everything. Thank you for the program. I thank everyone for joining and this awareness program. Thank you very much. I thank Vivekananda, sir, the coordinator of NTRUHS, for conducting and giving some information and leading all this program. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Blessy. Now it's a time to go ahead with the vote of thanks. As a part of the program, let me thank our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Shyam Prasad Garu, and he is the chairman for NSS Shell. So who is always inspirational and motivational, even though today is a holiday. Sir is with us and he has given a PowerPoint presentation for all youngsters, program officers, and few of the heads of the institute who have joined for this program. So thank you once again, sir, for making us be enthusiastic and motivative even in a COVID lockdown and during COVID pandemic. All the volunteers definitely they will come forward wherever and whenever the blood is necessary. Definitely they are going to donate the blood to save the life, because saving life is very important. Nothing is in our hand.
Medical
Yes.
us know more about the importance of donating blood. And sir know very well. Thank you so much, sir, and for donated 83 times, and it is so great, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, and now I thank all the people who have joined NSS program officers, principals, and a few of the seniors and juniors, team leaders for making this program successful. Thank you very much, and I thank the other university authorities who have allowed me to conduct this program well in advance. And I request all the program officers and team leaders, go back to your NSS units and talk to your NSS program officers. They can conduct online program and they can submit the report to us so that it can be forwarded to online transmission for Government of India for active participation in COVID. And one more announcement I want to tell, we have received some notification from Regional Directorate for Russian awards. So those people who are actively participating and doing the work in COVID and COVID related activities, Russia is awarding. So I'm going to put it in a group. So kindly go through those people who are eligible to apply for awards. You can apply, and kindly do fill the feedback form. Those people who will fill the feedback, definitely they will receive the certificate immediately in their email. So this is the first time I am doing a provision for all of you people. So with this, once again, I thank you for making this occasion great, and thank you very much. And please carry the information to all your fellow colleagues and even your family members and in your adopted villages, so that wherever there is a necessity of blood, so there should not be divide of blood. Certainly, the blood saves a life, so that you can save somebody. Thank you very much, and be safe, stay safe. Please wear a mask until everybody gets a vaccination. And do gaj ka duri, mask hai zaruri, and please maintain until 130 crore people is going to get vaccinated. Thank you very much. Stay safe. Bye. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, thank you very much.
Thank you.